Greetings guys, gals and non-binary pals, and welcome to my first Friday video. On Mondays, I've decided I'm going to sit down and do my makeup and talk about something that is weighing on my mind and just sort of try to educate people and validate people and all that sort of stuff. But on a Friday, I want to mix it up a little bit and do something that's a bit more light-hearted. And this week I decided I'm going to do a Q&A because a lot of people have been asking me a lot of questions and I just think it's easier to answer them all in one place. Now, I wasn't expecting to get more than like 20 questions, but I got over 100 questions. And just the fact that that many people are interested in me blows my mind. So thank you all very, very much for your questions. I have written down the ones that were asked multiple times or the ones that I think I can answer quite quickly or easily. Some of them were quite difficult questions that I think deserve a video of their own. So yeah, let's get into the questions. Firstly, one I get asked a lot is about my sexuality. So like how I identify, how I came out, what my friends and family's reactions were, how all of that went, and giving advice on coming out. And I just wanted to let you know that I do a podcast with my friend Kat, and we actually did our first episode on that topic. So we go into depth about everything. And so if you want to hear more about that and hear the answer to all of those as its own video, I will leave the link to that in the description. Just because that is one I get asked a lot and it's all there. Another question I get asked a lot is about my hair. So like, did I do it myself? How long did it take me to do it? What dyes do I use? All that sort of stuff. I've been dyeing my hair colors since I was 14. So it's been 6 years I've been doing this sort of thing. And I've been through a ton of colors. And I woke up in the morning, I was going to dye my hair and I thought I was going to do blue. But then I looked at all my hair dye and I realized I had 10 bottles of dye and I had pretty much every single color. So I was like, you know, I could do rainbow of some variation. And I found a video of a girl dyeing her hair rainbow and I sent it to my friends and they just replied saying, I dare you to do it. And so I did. I didn't expect it to work. I didn't expect it to look this good. It goes all the way around. It's been over a month now, so it's like not as amazing as it once was. But I'm very proud of myself. It took me around an hour and a half putting the dyes in. I had to separate it into small sections to do each color, and oh my god. I don't know how I had the patience. I don't know how my arms didn't fall off, but I did it and I'm really happy with the result. The hair dye I use is Arctic Fox, and they were actually kind enough to send me 6 bottles of free dye so I can maintain this. So Arctic Fox, thank you. You are my lifesavers and I love you more than anything in the entire world. If you are looking for hair dye, do go for them. It is all vegan, all natural, all cruelty-free. It smells like bubblegum. It lasts really well and it makes your hair feel really soft. And also my favorite part is that 15% of all proceeds go towards ending animal cruelty, which I just think is amazing. They're such an amazing brand and I love them so much. I've been asked what I'm going to do with my hair next. And honestly, I don't think I can ever top this. I think I'm stuck with this forever. I have no idea how I'm going to maintain this. I redid my fringe and I redid these bits, but redoing my whole head, I'm not ready for that challenge. I have no idea how I'm going to do that. I'm like really nervous. The sun's just like blinding. Do I have to move? We're going on a trip. Is that better or worse? I don't know. I couldn't see before, so we're sticking with this. Great. Someone asked me what I think should be taught more in school. I think we need better sex education in schools. I don't think we talk about consent enough. I don't think we talk about pleasure enough. I think there's a lot of stuff around sex that is completely missed out that I think is important, because this whole like making you afraid isn't very helpful. So if you have any sex questions or anything that you think should be taught in school, do let me know and I might do a video on that. I think that's a good Friday video idea. I can do a little sex education class, could make that a little thing that I do. If you'd be interested, let me know. And I know I'm not an educator, but I would like to be able to use my experiences and my thoughts to be able to help educate people in any way. How to be productive in isolation. I think that you have to think about what you're able to do and do it in small steps, because this is a really anxiety inducing time, right? So like anxiety levels are so high at the moment. Just existing is making me more anxious than it normally would. And I think that that is totally okay and that is totally fair, and you have to give yourself credit for that. If you aren't working as much right now as you normally would be, you can't invalidate yourself and be mad at yourself as to not doing that, because there is a very valid reason. Although we're forced to be inside at the moment and it feels like you should be productive, it's scary. Your anxiety is naturally going to be higher. That makes a lot of sense. And the fact that we have to be separated from people that we love and we aren't allowed to do things that we enjoy is obviously going to increase this mental health stuff that we're dealing with. It's going to make depression worse. It's going to make anxiety worse. It's going to impact these things. And if you're invalidating yourself for that, you aren't helping your productivity levels. Set tiny goals, and every small goal that you reach, reward yourself somehow. If you just say, I'm going to work for half an hour and then I'm going to take a break, and then you do that and you work for half an hour, good job. Honestly, that's amazing. It is so hard to do that at the moment. If you keep just pushing through and not acknowledging any of the success that you have had and not acknowledging anything you have achieved, you are going to feel unproductive. Just because it's less than normal doesn't mean it's nothing. When you give yourself positive reinforcement, it encourages you to do more of it. And I think that's sort of what I'm doing. Every time I do like a YouTube video or something, I like have a little party and it feels good to achieve something. Instead of saying you haven't done enough, say, look at what I have done. Just change your mindset. It does help quite a lot. Another thing I get asked a lot is how long I've been in London for and why I move. I have been in London for 5 months. So I've spent a third of my time in London in isolation. It's just absolutely terrible timing. But at the same time, it's worked out really well because I don't think I would be doing this if I wasn't in isolation and if I wasn't in London. So I'm glad. I'm not glad that this is happening, but it's not entirely bad. I'm making the most of it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I moved to London because I do music, and I decided when I was 9 that doing music in New Zealand is difficult. There is not that much musical opportunity. There's a lot more now than there was when I was a kid, but when I was 9, I was like, music happens in America and it happens in England. Specifically, it happens in LA and it happens in London. But I didn't want to go to LA because America has guns and that was scary and I didn't want anything to do with that. My dad is from London and I have family in London and I can get an English passport, and so I was like, well, that seems like an easy decision. So when I was 9 years old, I decided I was going to move to London. 11 years later, here we are. I've just never changed my mind. I've just always known that this is where I wanted to end up, and the fact that it is incredible. And I'm very proud of myself because I've been through a lot since then. I've changed and grown so much, but this has just stayed consistent for forever, which is amazing. And I'm very proud of myself for being able to get here. People ask how I've dealt with my mental health so well and how I am so confident. Therapy has helped me immensely, and just like talking about it and figuring myself out and learning all these skills and things has really helped. Fake it till you make it. That's really my number one rule. You are the only one who sees yourself through your own eyes. So if you're happy, then the perception of yourself is good. So if you tell yourself you're amazing, then your perception of yourself is amazing. You can't see yourself through someone else's eyes, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're never going to be able to please everyone. You may as well please yourself. You are the only person who is 100% guaranteed to be permanent in your life forever. Everything and everyone else is temporary. You, my friend, are permanent. So you best put yourself first. Putting your wants ahead of someone else's wants does not make you selfish. Putting your wants above someone else's needs is what makes you selfish. And putting your needs ahead of someone else's wants is exactly what you should be doing. And you need to love yourself. Okay? You being happy is much more important than you making someone else happy. If someone doesn't like you for you, they aren't worth having in your life. There are going to be people who love and accept you for who you are, 100%. Don't feel like you have to change yourself for anyone else, because there are so many people out there and there will be someone who loves you for you. I love you for you. I know that doesn't help that much, but I hope it makes you feel a little bit less alone. Like, there are definitely people out there who love you for you, 100%, and you will meet them. Okay? Okay, great. I'm glad we've got that out of the way. Loving yourself doesn't make you selfish at all. Never, 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 never. You are beautiful and you deserve to love yourself. When did I decide that I wanted to talk about feminism and these issues and help educate people and spread awareness? This ties in quite well to why I want to do music. So I've just always wanted to help people. I decided I wanted to do music when I was about 3 years old. I decided I wanted to sing. And to me then, it just meant I liked singing and I wanted to entertain people and I wanted to do it for a living. But as I got older and I got to about 14 and I started getting like depressed, I turned to music as an outlet, and it was lyrics and artists that really spoke to me and really helped me and really pulled me through these hard times. And I sort of realized that that's what I want to do. If music is able to help me feel good in these situations where nothing else can, maybe I'm able to do that as well. I realized that there are other outlets to do that as well, like making TikToks, making YouTube videos, just having a platform. Getting all these followers on TikTok has been amazing to me because it means, you know, people want to hear what I'm talking about, and I really hope I am able to help people and spread awareness and validate people. I've already had to go through it. I don't want you to have to go through it. And I definitely don't want you to feel alone if you are going through it. So I just want to be here and I want to give you a hug constantly. I hope my content helps make you feel less alone, and it does help validate you and helps educate you. The fact that people have responded so well is like overwhelming to me. That's really all I want to do. And that's why I'm here. That's why I make music. That's why all my music sort of has these kind of big meanings to them. If you want to listen to my music, I will link my Spotify and Apple Music in the description, by the way. My favorite artist. That went from a big thing to a small thing. Wow. My favorite artist is Halsey. I am in love with her. Her music has aligned so perfectly with my life. Like, she's such a big central part of myself as a person. I've like grown so much because of her, and she's really helped me figure a lot out about myself, and I wanted to share that. So I am going to do a whole video on that if you be interested. Even if you aren't interested, I'm still going to do it. So enjoy it when it's out. Oh, goodness. What's my dream future? Oh, I just want to help people. It would be amazing if I was able to do this. I don't expect that to happen because I know that like building an audience and things and being able to make money off of doing entertainment of any sort is so difficult. But if I had a dream, it would be to be able to do this with music and speaking on a platform and being able to reach people and being able to do that full time. That is the ultimate dream. I am very aware of how unrealistic it is, but it is something that I would really love to do. A lot of people have asked me about my eating disorder and how I've overcome that, and like my relationship with food and my body. That's a very loaded question because I do still struggle with that. If you want me to talk more about like body confidence and eating disorder recovery and things, do let me know, because I would love to share my experiences on that and talk about it a bit more. Although I do still struggle a little bit, so that is a disclaimer. But if you want to hear more about that and you have any questions about that, or you're struggling, do let me know and I will make a video about it. Finish up on a couple light-hearted questions. Do I have any pets, and what pets do I want in the future? I have pets at home back in New Zealand. I have a dog called Biscuit, and I have 5 cats, and I miss all of them so much. Oh my god, it hurts. This is the first time in my life I've not had pets, and I've always had cats my entire life, and it is very hard not having cats. As for future pets, I want so many, I don't even know where to start. My number one pet that I want is a rescue greyhound. Oh my god, I want one so bad. Jenna, why did you make me fall in love with Bunny so hard? I want a rescue greyhound more than anything in the entire world. That's my dream pet. One day, that'll happen. I also want cats and other dogs as well, but a rescue greyhound is my number one. On the topic of animals, I get asked a lot if I'm vegan and how long for. So I am vegan. I've been vegan for 3.5 years, but before being vegan, I was vegetarian. I stopped eating meat when I was just after my 10th birthday. So it has been a decade, over a decade of not eating meat and 3.5 years of being vegan. And I might make a video on that as well. I don't talk about it very much over on TikTok, and I really should. It is something that I am very passionate about. I know a lot about it, like the dairy industry and the meat industry and the environmental impact and all of that. I can put that all into one big video, and I probably will do that just because I think it is something that we need to be educated about and talk about it a bit more because it is a big problem. Most of these questions I just answered with, let me know if you want to know more and I'll make another video. But, you know, I don't... There are some big questions. You guys have lots of big questions, which is great. You think that I have enough knowledge and experience to talk about it and share it, and I'd like to think that I do, although I always have to disclaim I'm not a professional. So I think that's I've been sitting here for so long doing this, so I think that's all I have time for. I'm gonna go eat food because it's like 4 o'clock and I haven't had lunch yet. Thank you all so much for coming along. Please let me know what you want to see me do next, whether that be on a Monday video while I do my makeup. Let me know what sort of topic you want to see me talk about and educate you on, and on a Friday video where I do this sort of more lighthearted, bouncy sort of thing. Friday is a pick-me-up, whereas a Monday is a kind of more, you know? So anything you want to see me do on either of those days, please let me know. The link to my podcast will be in the bio, along with my Twitter and Instagram and my TikTok, which you're all here from anyway, but it's there in case, you know, there might be one of you who's not here from TikTok. As well as my music on Spotify and our Patreon. If you just click on it, just look at it because it's beautiful. We are actual children. Oh my god, it's so funny. Just look at it. You don't have to give us money. I do not expect anyone to give me money, but people have asked, so I did it. I'm just thankful you're here. I'm thankful you're watching, and I'm thankful that you have liked and subscribed. Thank you for coming along. Let me know what you want to see next time. I will see you on Monday for my next makeup and rant video. So I'll see you then. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please stay safe, stay inside, and look after yourselves. Call a friend and make sure they're doing okay as well. Okay. I love you. Bye. Mwah.